Let's see if I am live. And I'm going to check if this is live or not. Let's see, it looks like I am live. Latest. We're going to go public with this. All right. Okay. So I'm going to put my apron on here. And I'm going to try to fire this up here. This is so I can see if anyone is... Whoa. I don't want that to fall down. Is asking me any questions or chatting or anything like that, so I can see what is going on. And I'm trying to get this to load. So, home. Let's go to me. Sorry if this is really boring right now. I'm just trying to get this set up here. Okay, well, it'd be good if I could see that. Can you see me? Can you hear me? It looks like I'm live. More. Okay, well, no one's watching, so that's good. Wonder if it's... Okay. Let's go to me, and let's go to my channel, and let's go to my live videos, and latest, in public. JJ, what are you meowing for? And we're going to go to private, public, and there's this. There we are. I'm live. Okay. All right. So I am going to put paint on this canvas. I know, shocking. And I'm in my basement. Hello, Genesis, and I'm going to pronounce your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Tanuki? I'm sorry. Tanuki. Yes, I am the next Bob. No, I am not Bob Ross at all. I am Far Cry. Bob Ross was the man, the master. I am just going to be doing abstract painting because that is, that's kind of where I don't know, I kind of unleash my inner, well, I wouldn't say demons. I just say, you know, unleash my, can anyone hear me? Can you hear the audio coming out of my mouth? Beetlebug. Hi, Beetlebug. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is my setup. You know, it's my basement. You know, I'm gonna start painting because this is kind of boring. So I'm just gonna put some paint on this canvas here and kind of let it rip. I don't really have any kind of any plan in mind, but I am gonna start with a bit of purple And I don't really use any kind of like pictures to go off of or anything. I am gonna do the first few coats with a brush because I'm going to do a design that I sometimes come back to every now and then. It's just kind of some blotches of colors that I like to do. And I don't really worry about, oh, good. Thank you. You can hear me. Good. What am I doing? What are you doing for? What am I doing? I'm just going to do an abstract painting. And this is kind of what I normally do. I just kind of come down here in my basement after a long day, and I just kind of put colors on a canvas, and I just kind of let it do its thing, and see where it takes me. I do wish I had a different easel because this one is very, very shaky, and I don't like that. I have a bunch of paint that I squeezed out of tubes that I have left over that I'm going to use, so I don't really care if it like mixes or anything like that. I don't really care if it mixes anyway, because I don't know. I don't really care. That's just kind of how it goes. Oh, cool. Thank you for liking the video. Appreciate that. I would appreciate if you subscribe. I have a lot of fun videos, and I do have two cats. You can't really see them now. Emily, come here. Yeah, of course, they're cats. They don't come. They're but I have a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel of, if you go to like my painting videos, you'll see my cat in a lot of them. My cat's name is Emily, and my cat loves to paint. When I come down here and start painting, my cat loves to paint with me. So I'm going to use that one. I don't really want to use brown right now. I'm going to use this blue and smear this on here. But yeah, my cat Emily loves, I don't know what it is. She's sitting right over there. I don't know. Maybe I'll show her to you in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to show you. Do you want to see my cats? Oh, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Yes, the easel is very shaky. I know, it's all right though. You should see my old easel. Here, I'll go get it. My old easel is this. This is my old easel. I made it with like, so you think this one's shaky? This one is like, but you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start buying just raw canvases, because normally I paint, this is kind of actually a smaller one that I normally do. This is a 3 foot by 3 foot. Normally I paint 4 by 5 foot and 4 foot by 4 foot. So I'm just going to kind of, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just buy the raw canvas, and then I'm going to pin that up to the wall on a big ply board, and paint on that. So then it will be very, very steady, because there is a little mechanism thing that I can put on there, but then I can't get up here, so I don't know. That's all right. Yeah. So you know what? That's all right. Let's see. I'm gonna get some more blue. I know I'm gonna put some yellow on here eventually, but I'm gonna do some blue down here. But the yellow, if you put the yellow on right now, oh man, that was not supposed to happen. It went all over the cat bed. If you put the yellow on right now, it is going to turn weird. So I'm not going to do that right yet in just a minute, but I will rinse this off. Actually, I'll get a different brush completely. So I'm going to do some green. I do kind of make a mess, as you can see. Some green over here. And let's see, I'll wipe this off over here on the side. Yeah, I just kind of come down here for a little while and paint. I have a regular full-time job that keeps me busy, and this is just kind of a fun hobby of mine that I've been doing for a couple of years. That is kind of takes my mind off of things. Okay, let's get some green in here. I've done, if you go and look at some of my other videos on YouTube, I've done a similar styles to this. What I do is I do these blotches like this, and then I wrap it all up with some different colored lines and make it kind of bring it all together with some white and black lines, and it sometimes looks pretty cool. I've sold a few like that. People like them, and I like doing them. I think they're really fun, and they're always, obviously, because it's abstract, they always kind of come out different, and it's kind of a hoot to kind of make. I'm gonna do some gray too. Oh, that's what happens if I just go like this. Oh. And you know, I'm actually a photojournalist, is my full-time job, and the reason why I like painting is with photography, you know, you have shutter speeds and f-stops, and you have to have things have to be very, you know, for the most part, you have to have things very precise. And oh, that just turned totally green, that gray. You have to have things pretty precise, you know, pretty exact when you're exposing a photo. And it's still a very creative outlet, photography. Obviously, everyone, you know, knows that. But when I'm doing this, I really don't know what's going to happen. Number one, I'm very new at it, so I don't really know what I'm doing necessarily all the time. And number two, I just, you know, you don't know what's going to happen when you start painting. Sometimes you think one thing's going to go one way and one thing's going to go the other, and it doesn't. And there's really no mistakes I can make. You know, with my job, with photojournalism, you know, I could accidentally take a bunch of blurry photos of the mayor during a press conference, and you know, I could mess up my job. And there's a lot of pressure. And with this, there's no pressure, and that's awesome. Okay, so someone wants to see the cat. Let me see if I can get the cat over here. JJ, come here. Come here. Okay, let's see if you can see the cat. This is JJ. I don't want to get paint on the cat. This is JJ. JJ is not the cat you see all the time. So JJ's 7 pounds. I don't know if you can, is the cat in the frame? Yeah. So JJ's 7 pounds. Come here. Come here. JJ's 7 pounds, and her sister, Emily, who's sitting over there, is 19 pounds. So they're sisters, same litter, sister cats, one's 7 pounds, one is 19 pounds. Emily, come here. I know you guys are like, I want to watch you paint, not call your cats. Here, I'm going to move the camera so you can get a view of Emily here real quick. I hope the camera doesn't fall. There's Emily sitting over there in the corner. She'll come over eventually, so you just got to be patient. Put this back here. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry for my grunting. Emily, so I can get her to meow. Come here. Come on. Okay. Anyway. So, I don't know. What do you guys like to do? Are the people on here watching? Are you creative? Do you do art? Or are you just kind of watching to just watch? Some of you are probably artists, I'm sure. art in some form or fashion. I'm going to use some white here. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see what white does. It's going to turn into a big puddle of mud probably, but that's okay. Oh, yeah. That kind of mixed interestingly. I can always paint over it, too. Go back to blue. I'm about to do some yellow. Oh, that just, see, that turned into mud. So I'm going to paint over that. I'm going to do some blue here. And then now we're going to do some yellow. I've painted live twice, like in front of people at a not on YouTube, but one time at a hotel and one time at an art show, and that's really fun. Okay, so I'm going to get a different brush here, and I'm going to add some Wello, and we're going to just do this over here, and I'm going to get a clean brush and quickly do it before it drips all the way down to the green. Okay, there we go. Now's our yellow. So as an artist, you always paint the same direction. Ooh, good question. No, I don't think so. Actually, I'll start painting this direction too. I think I'm kind of ambidextrous. But maybe I do. I don't know. When I'm doing, so later on, some other of my work, if you look on my YouTube channel, I also have a website. It's my name. It's just MikeDeSisti.com. You can go onto my website and see all my work. A lot of times if I feel like everything is looking like I'm answering, somebody asked, do you always paint in the same direction? If I feel like everything is going in one direction, it just looks too, I don't know what you want to say, like directing in one direction, I'll switch it and go this way. But I guess maybe if you've noticed that I'm painting in one direction only, then I guess, yeah, I do. I just never really noticed it before. I'm One Direction Man, like the band. You probably don't know who that is if you're younger and listening to this or watching this. Okay, I'm going to do another blotch of yellow somewhere. I lost my yellow. Let's see, I made a painting, I can't read it. It's of a forest in the winter and the summer, and they are the same woods. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna be the bug. I'm gonna check that out later. Why are you talking about the KKK? They're not talking about the KKK. They're saying KK. That means okay. Unless you're joking. Unless that's sarcasm. So I'll do some yellow here. But eventually I'm going to have to let this dry, because when I add in some details, I don't know, man, it's just fun, you know? But normally I use something like this, a palette knife, and I do stuff. I don't have any examples here because everything, I have a studio in downtown Milwaukee. I'm near Milwaukee. I don't live in Milwaukee, but I have a studio, kind of a makeshift studio downtown in Milwaukee. And I say makeshift because I work in a building. I work at the Journal Sentinel, and we have a newsroom, and it's on the 5th floor of a building, and on the lower floor, there was like this empty office that's right off the lobby, and it was empty for a long time, and I kept walking by it, and I have all these bigger than this, like 4 foot by 5 foot paintings, you know, that were all stacked around my basement, and I would walk by this office, and I'd be like, hey, there's this big empty office. Is this a place I could store my art? So I, proposed it to the management, and I took some mock-up photos and what it would look like, and they said, yeah, go ahead. So I have all my art kind of there on display, and it's kind of cool because it's a free place to store my art, and it makes the space look pretty too. So there's videos of that on my YouTube channel too. So I lost the yellow again. Does anyone see it? Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm no Bob Ross, man. I don't think Bob Ross would lose his yellow paint. Okay, I'm going to mix in this yellow with this red. And boys and girls, we all know what color that makes. Well, in this case, it's going to make lighter red. But I'm going to make even lighter red because you don't need a lot. You need a lot of yellow to make red start to change colors. But now we'll have a different color red here. I'll just do a little bit up here. And let's see. I have made cities. You can look at my website. It's MikeDeSisti.com. And one of the first paintings you're going to see on there is an abstract cityscape that looks really cool. So I've done those too. Those take a long time, but I like them. I've done a few. A few of them are gone and hanging on people's walls, but the one that I really liked, that was the city one, was actually one that I did live at a art show. I started it, I should say. I started it at an art show, but I didn't finish it because they take a long time, for me anyway. Okay, what color should I add? Name a color and I'll add it. Any color. Give me a color. There's too much gray right here. Actually, I don't like this here. I'm gonna paint over that. Oh, that looks terrible. That I'm gonna be painting over later. Okay. Do you come up with ideas? You always just go with the flow? I guess I start with an idea. Like I knew I was going to do like this color blotchy thing before I started. Sometimes I think I'm going to do like a cityscape. I'll have that idea, or I'm going to do like a kind of flowery, more kind of tighter, detail-y type of thing. I'll have that idea, but as far as like color and stuff goes, not really. Like I don't, for the most part anyway, I don't really have an exact idea. I really do just kind of let the paint do the talking. The paint is kind of in charge. I know it sounds kind of esoterical or whatever, but oh geez, look at that. That's cool. But I really like that. I mean, the paint just kind of does what it wants. I don't really have. I like to think. Oh, that's a shaky. Sorry for the shake there. I don't know. Anytime I try to think like, oh, I have the ultimate control over this paint, the paint likes to tell me different, and it shows me like who's in charge. So I have a mutual understanding with the paint. Me and this paint understand each other. The paint tells me, hey, you know what? You're really not the boss. I'm in charge. So I just kind of, let it do its thing. How much paint do you have? Not very much. I'm kind of running out. So I have this paint and I have some other tubes kind of over here off camera. But yeah, I do, go through a lot. But it's worth it. So, okay, now I'm gonna, let's see, what I'm gonna do, what color do I want to do now? Let's see, we need some more, I think we need some lighter colors. Normally I would probably let this dry a little bit and then go over it with some, I could do some brown, I guess. Why not? Do some brown. Maybe a little brown right here. I kind of feel bad for brown sometimes. What can brown do for you? Brown I let just sit there sometimes because I do so many like colorful paintings a lot of times it seems like. Brown just sits there, so I'll use some brown. There. You happy, brown? Kind of looks good with the orange. I'll do that. So a lot of this kind of junk, this all kind of gets filled in a little bit and it becomes more cohesive. But I'm not going to get all this done tonight. I have to watch a show with my wife here in a little bit. So, but that's kind of how it goes. I come down here and my laundry room is right through there. I come down, I sometimes paint for 5 minutes, do a load of laundry, go upstairs, do something else, come back down and paint. This is acrylic, so you know, I can wash it up really quick, and it's not like an all-day affair or anything like with oil. I mean, I know not all oil is an all-day affair, but I'll use this lighter color here. This is going to be weird. I can tell already. I got to wipe this up. But yeah, I sometimes don't paint very long. I just come down for a few minutes and paint and work on something. I'll walk by and I'll be like, ooh, that needs a touch up. And I'll come over and paint for 5 minutes and then be on my way. Oh, I lost my trash can. I'll just set that there. But I'm a lot harder on myself when it comes to photography because that's my full-time pay job. So I take pictures, and every picture I take, you know, no matter like how, you know, people will say, oh, you know, that's a great photo. I look at it and I look at it and I see like what is wrong with it, you know, and I'm really hard on myself like that. But I think I've found in painting that I'm not really as hard on myself as I am with photography, which is nice. And I guess, you know, it's just how long have I been an artist? I've only been painting for 2 years. Like I started in the spring of 2023. And I don't know if you can see this behind me, like I have a basement that's not finished, obviously, and we have a white wall, and we painted it white. And my kids are like, we need art for the wall. And I used to do some abstract work like years ago, like 20 years ago, but I still had all like the paint and the canvas, and I had that old easel I showed you a little while ago. And my kids are like, you know, why don't you paint a painting for the wall? And I was like, well, why don't we all paint a painting? So we all painted these little paintings for the wall. But when I did that, I was like, whoa, this is really fun. I remembered how cool it was to paint. And that was in spring. I remember it was spring break because they had off school. And I remember doing that and thinking how cool it was. And it just kind of reignited something in me. And I was doing smaller little canvases, just kind of abstract things, just to kind of come down and relax. And then I felt like doing bigger ones, and so I got bigger canvases and been doing it ever since. So it's really fun. If you are doing something like this and are doing something creative, that's awesome. If you're not, and you want to, and you don't really know what's stopping you, go get a big canvas and some paint and just go to town. I highly suggest it because there's really nothing that can go wrong. You know, it's a good It's a good pastime. And, you know, after I did it, I painted a great big one, and I just thought, you know, I'm going to post this painting, and I'm going to put it on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to try to sell it. And somebody saw it and said, I want to buy it, and they bought it. And that was kind of how it started. So it was pretty cool. Really. So that's how it happened. Okay. And you're probably like, well, I'm looking at what you're doing with this painting, and I'm like, how is that possible? But it's possible. No, I'm just kidding. It's kind of hard to paint and talk at the same time, I'm finding, but cardboard on the ground. Do you have cardboard on the ground? Do I have cardboard? Oh no, this is actually a shower curtain, or like a cloth. I think it was no, not a shower curtain. It was like a curtain, like a window curtain that I taped to the ground. I could probably use a new one. Yes, I have watched Bob Ross. Yeah, I actually watched his documentary, which is it's a little bit depressing, but such is life. Do a little bit more green up here. A little bit. Happy trees, happy trees. Happy paint blotches of green. And let's see if I can do Bob Ross. I don't know. Let's do some pretty green paint. And just fill that nicely in. Oh, that looks good. You know, sometimes green just gives you a good feeling of warmth and fun. This is my Bob Ross, so good warmth, and reminds me of being in a forest on a pretty spring day out in the evergreens. Maybe in the redwoods sometimes. I went to the redwoods and just found peace and love and happiness. Yep. A lot of people's favorite color. My wife's favorite color is green. My favorite color is blue. I'm gonna go with some more yellow. I got a lot of yellow on here, but my favorite color is blue, but I tend to use yellow a lot. I don't know, maybe because it's like the sun. See, now everything's turning kind of green. I'm gonna have to paint over that too. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is take a pause and clean up and let this dry, and then go over this with some other colors so it doesn't smear as much. So I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank everyone for watching, and I hope you subscribe and check out some of my other videos, because it gives you a really good idea of actually this style. You can scroll through it and you can see it. There's one where it says something like, I had to get this out of my system, where you can see that one. They're all mainly in my shorts. So that sounded kind of weird, but they're in my short videos. So you'll see those, and you get to see Emily a lot too, who's not around anymore, but she's being shy. But you'll see those, and then you can go to my website and see all this stuff too. So thank you for subscribing, the people that subscribe, Beetlebug and everyone else. Tanuki, I wish I knew how to pronounce your name right, so I'm sorry if I'm badgering that. I have a last name, DeCisti, and everyone pronounces it DeCisti, and they just butcher it. So, but anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And oh, I got it right. Yay! Awesome. All right. Well, this was fun. Thank you guys. All right. I will see you later.